What up, good peoples? Mr. Anomaly coming at you again. Another day with Mr. A. Shout out to this doctor. This came across my feed. I was listening to it when I was working out for a few minutes. I said, you know what? Let's do a couple minutes. I said, I can do a video on this. This is All Men Are Incels in the title, The Bitter Truth. And you already know, you already know when I saw that, I was like, okay, that caught my attention. But here we go. Let's see what he got to say here.
I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psychhacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is All Men Are Incels. Obviously a provocative title, but I do think I can make a strong argument in its defense.
Okay.
Let's get to it. In case you've been living under a rock, incel is short for involuntarily celibate. Basically, an incel is a man who wants to have sex, but can't seem to find a willing participant. While I don't think the term was originally derogatory, it's definitely used as a pejorative today, especially by women.
This is another reason, before we even get to it, the whole, it's sad when I see it coming from men. When I hear men throwing out that terminology to try to shame other dudes, pathetic. Taking Babylonian women insults and using it again. Dudes, a lot of guys out here gumps too. You know, I tune them out. Tell me you're Babylonian without telling me.
In fact, it seems as though every man women disagree with these days is either an incel or a misogynist. Or both, I suppose. They might not be mutually exclusive. In any case, it's generally not meant as a compliment. Now, leaving aside the wondrous coincidence that the only men who disagree with women happen to be hateful and or unattractive, I must admit that I find the use of this term, incel, absolutely baffling.
Sorry to keep pausing. Y'all know I do. Think about that though. Like, if anybody, like men like myself, who speak the way we speak, it's automatically the assumption that you're hateful, you can't get women. That just goes to show you, which got to loop it back around, talking point confirmed, we live in a society that bent the knee to the Jezebel. So much so that the majority of these women are used to dealing with dudes who kiss their ass. I got to do another video, man. There's only a small percentage of men that can humble women, truly humble them. But everybody else is dealing with the trickle-down effect.
As an insult. And it really attractive. I must admit that I find the use of this term, incel, absolutely baffling as an insult. And it really only takes a little bit of effort to understand why. While it's clearly the case that some men are more attractive than others, no man who has ever existed has been universally attractive to women at all times.
100%.
I mean, even
100%, bro. 100%. No man is universally attracted to 100% of all women, bro. It don't work like that, man. Good shit, dog.
Universally attractive to women at all times. I mean, even Greek mythology is full of stories of gods being turned down by moral women.
That's good shit. That's good shit. Zeus is a slimy effer, bro. That dude uses all kinds of forms of deception and lying and manipulation. Changing forms and using spells and stuff to get laid, man. Even the gods. Good stuff.
And this means that every man, irrespective of how handsome or famous or powerful or charming he might be, has been frustrated in his sexual desire at some point in his life. Even the most successful Casanovas don't bat 1,000 100% of the time.
I wouldn't get no ass if I didn't lead with, I'm open to it. I wouldn't get no ass. And if he's doing that, I know 99% of dudes are. If he has to do that, then yeah. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Dudes out here are full of shit, man. Real talk, bro.
In fact, if there is a single experience that binds together all men of all cultures, it is having one's sexual interest rebuffed. And in that moment, that man
Is an incel.
is an incel.
Oh, yes, sir.
He wants to have sex, but he doesn't have a willing partner. While
Boom.
unattractive men might experience this more
More often,
frequently,
yep.
even the most attractive men cannot have sex whenever they
Everybody.
want, however they want, with whomever they want.
Brad Pitt, none of them.
If such a thing is possible, it is a privilege that only beautiful women enjoy.
That's it. That's
In any
it.
case, it doesn't take a genius.
That's it, bro. Hook, line, and sinker, right there, bro. Not even Brad Pitt, George Clooney, all these. Nope, not 100%. Not every woman. Hell no. Doesn't work like that, man. Dudes out here just. I think dudes just like to argue and shit, man. Real talk, man. You go up there, you see them cakes, whatever it is that turn you on. You go up there and approach. She rejects you. You're an incel. You wanted to holler. You wanted to smash. She said no. You're involuntary celibate. Let's keep going.
Yes, to understand that if such a thing is possible, it is a privilege that only beautiful women enjoy. In any case, it doesn't take a genius to understand that when a man's sexual interest is rebuffed, there are really only two possible outcomes. Either the man is going to be, at least with respect to that relationship, involuntarily celibate, or the woman is going to be, shall we say, involuntarily sexual.
This is as far as I got. I was like, Doc got him right there. Yep. You got two choices. Be involuntary celibate, or you got to take it. And we don't condone taking it over here. That's some biggity bitch shit right there, bro. We don't condone that, so there you go right there. Doc killed it with logic right there. All men are incels, unless you take it forcefully. We do not condone that. We don't condone that.
Like, those are the only two options. And I think we're all going to agree that the first outcome is preferable to the second.
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so.
Given this understanding,
Got some
I
psychos out there.
can't wrap my head around the impulse to denigrate those who choose to uphold the first option. Like it or not, when a man is involuntarily celibate, what is he necessarily doing? Well, among other things, he is acknowledging the right of a woman to consent to sex, and he is respecting the foundations of civil society.
Makes sense to me.
He is choosing to frustrate his will rather than impose it on another. And we're like collectively agreeing that that is something to be mocked and derided?
Doc going hard on this one, bro. Yeah, makes sense, man. He's absolutely correct. What you gonna do? I don't know if you're gonna get to the money, but nobody's involuntary celibate if you want some peace leave. Take a little 100, 200, go to your local massage parlor and get that happy ending. Most of these women are for sale. They worship mammon. They suck mammon's penis. They're for sale, the majority of them. The majority of them worship mammon. This isn't complex. You want to go out and get your bread, get your money, and just pay for it. The dudes want burning desires of women who had their bottoms knocked out by pieces of crap that they chose. Good luck with that. Mammon, they're for sale. The majority of them are for sale. Most of them are boring. Materialistic crap, you can shit on their head.
Because that is the real difference between men. The distinction does not come down to those who are rebuffed and those who aren't. As I've already said, the latter class of men don't exist. But to those who are governed by law and human decency, and those who aren't. Like, if there has ever been a man who has never been an incel, it was probably Genghis Khan. And that's not because no woman ever told him no.
He took it.
I'll say that again in a slightly different way. The reason Genghis Khan might not have been an incel was not because women found him universally attractive.
Power.
It's because he didn't take no for an answer.
Taking over the land, women. That's why I say women lucky. It's not like the Mad Max wild times, man. Because most of them are just your property. To the most dominant, Genghis Khan. Conquer the lands, fertilize the women. They don't have a choice in the matter. Feminists and all that. Nope. that was given by men. Like Kevin Samuel said, men has made this society so comfortable. And again, you see how they're acting when they have choice. Well, it's getting tighter now financially, but you see how they're acting when they have choice and everything's gravy. They reject the majority of men. Doc's cooking.
Let that not have been an incel was not because women found him universally attractive. It's because he didn't take no for an answer. Let that sink in. If you appreciate the insights on this channel, I would highly encourage you to get your hands on a copy of my book, I Then Advise, Same Way Again, or in the description. But
channel Psych Hacks if y'all want to check them out.
it should go without saying, but disparaging those who choose not to violate others is very, very stupid.
I'm gonna add on to this. Now, I've come to the realization that men who think they aren't shit because they don't have a woman are just as bad as men who think they are the shit because they do deal with them. And most of them are already selling their souls and tricking anyway. Two sides of the same coin. Dudes who can really do it with minimal effort don't have to put forth much effort. Usually the dudes who are good at section, knocking out the bottles and all that, they don't care if you guys go MGTOW. They don't care because this is more women for them. The guys who have to sell their souls, who have to download the loaf of bread Babylonian ideology, have to download personas of rappers, athletes, and entertainers. We all fuck the same hoes, yeah, because they're all bound to it. They can't control themselves. So somebody like myself come up here tomorrow not having sex is like they can't even. It just oh you're better, oh you're hurt, oh you're coping, oh you're coping, oh you're coping, oh you're coping. Trying to gaslight me and shit, man. Good shit, Doc.
And this is a choice. This isn't a topic that's very comfortable to discuss, but it is one that we benefit from remembering from time to time. You may have heard that women are the gatekeepers of sex. Mm-hmm. I've said it myself on this channel. However, the part that isn't often said is that women are the gatekeepers of sex by convention. Women are not naturally endowed with that privilege. It is not in their nature or in their biology to unilaterally prevent sex from occurring in the event that they don't want it. If it were, then non-consensual sex literally wouldn't be possible. From a physical perspective, a woman's body, like any...
What's the caveman days? Dude finds a woman attractive, takes the club, ho! Knocks over the head, takes it back to the cave. No choice. She had no choice in the matter. Conventional. Men have civilized society to the point where a woman can say, no, thank you. Think about that. If we didn't have any laws, any rules, these women be cattle. That's why we laughing at these television shows and all these movies and stuff showing these little 80-pound women beating the shit out of these 300-pound men. So I'm like, and then what they be believing this stuff, bro, to the point where they think they can actually beat a dude up and challenge a man physically and stuff. I mean, get out of here.
Person, then non-consensual in the event that they don't want it. If it were, then non-consensual sex literally wouldn't be possible. From a physical perspective, a woman's body, like any person's body, is, as Epictetus would say, subject to a superior force. And when it comes to physical force, the average man is more powerful than the average woman.
True.
All of this is to say that women are not the gatekeepers of sex by nature. They are the gatekeepers of sex by convention. They are the gatekeepers of sex because we've gotten together as a society by creating a structure of order and establishing a system of laws. And the basis of this social contract is fundamentally the voluntary surrender of certain natural rights in return for protection against those same rights being enacted against us. This is Hobbes's Leviathan, and it is the only legitimate basis of civil society. And we've agreed that no woman should be made to have sex against her will because, I suppose, among other things, we wouldn't enjoy the same experience being forced upon us. So when
you got some psychos out there, but generally speaking, yes, I agree with Doc. Most, civilized society, they should have the right to choose. Absolutely.
Someone in possession of superior natural force is frustrated in his desire and chooses to abide in the frustration of his will instead of forcing his will on another, then congratulations, we have civilization.
That is show you how dumb normies are. No logic, man. That good shit, Doc. All men are incels, unless you're taking it against their will. Congratulations for being civilized human beings, for you guys who are going on foodie calls, getting frustrated. You go home, you complain online. You ain't trying to take it. I had to go in on some of you Ted Bundy Juniors. You actually commenting, you talk about might physically harm women because they ain't sleeping with you. I had to go in on you motherfuckers, man. Nah, we don't condone that over here, bitch. I'm gonna harm women because they don't want to touch my winky. I keep telling you, you radiating like that, you're gonna repulse them even more so because they're getting banged out by guys who don't even remotely think like that. You're psyching yourself out and you're gonna project the women even further away from you. But I digress. I didn't mean to go on that tangent.
Okay? Instead of forcing his will on another, then congratulations, we have civilization. Okay? He may not like it in the moment, but he is choosing to respect the law and the woman's right to choose, which is what we want him to do. But rather than praise his restraint, or sympathize with his frustration, or, I don't know, simply pass over the situation without comment, we've somehow agreed that this man is a creepy loser? Like, make it make sense, people.
Yep. And all that does, like I said, you hyping it up, talking like this, all that does is make dudes, they're going to get chewed up because they're going to get a woman, more than likely one who's already been a cum freak, who's in survival mode and viewing him as a wallet. He's going to do whatever it takes to make that relationship work because y'all hype it up so much. I keep telling y'all are setting so many men up for failure. Again, guys, I know this is an uphill battle. This is the way the society is. It's like fighting the ocean, but I still have to keep pointing it out.
Listen to me very carefully. If there is a recipe for making someone villainous, it is precisely this. Punish him for doing the right thing. And that's precisely what we're doing when we mock these men. I do not advise disparaging people for following the law and respecting the rights of others. Like, we don't have to celebrate these people just for following the law, but insulting them for doing so is the height of stupidity.
That's why I say it, man. Again, dudes who use that insult, they just like the Jezebels. They bent the knee to society. Fuck them. Tell me you're a Babylonian non-thinking clone without telling me, using the freaking insults that women use. Think for your goddamn self. That's why I say I don't even go back and forth. When they're using normie bullshit at me, man, get out of here, man. Not even worth my time. Now you shouldn't listen to them either, but y'all do what the hell you want to. But you're not gonna do come to my page with that bull crap thinking I'm gonna listen to you. Good stuff, Doc. Let's keep going.
Like, imagine a businessman who sells luxury goods, insulting a crowd of people standing in front of his store for being too poor to buy his products. Ha! You pathetic losers! You'll never be able to afford anything nice. Like, how do you think that would go over? Now, I don't think people should steal. I don't think people should riot. But I think we can all agree that that man is either absolutely oblivious or tempting fate in a very foolish way. It's kind of like Marie Antoinette saying, well, let them eat cake. And we all know how that ended up for her. Again, all men are incels at some point. It's not just the unattractive ones. Like, look at the media. Every day, it seems as though another rich and famous and handsome and powerful man is accused of non-consensual sex.
Just did the video the other day, Shannon Sharp. Yep. P. Diddy, all of them. What you about to say, Doc?
And every day, it's not just the unattractive ones. Like, look at the media. Every day, it seems as though another rich and famous and handsome and powerful man is accused of non consensual sex. Most likely because he felt his status entitled him to sex, and he believed he could violate the social construct without consequence. Women can and absolutely do turn down attractive men as well. But insulting the men who abide in that frustration instead of imposing their will on women is as stupid as it is tasteless. That's my take. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.
I agree with Doc on that. Again, that's Psych Hacks. Y'all can check him out. We're here, y'all. Again, it's an uphill battle. I be seeing dudes all the time still. Men be doing it, bro. Men be doing it. Men make y'all hype it up. Y'all make other dudes feel like they ain't shit. I'm just trying to, on my channel, that's what I'm talking about having sex. I'm trying to internal. Fuck what they got to say. Get that internal cultivation first, then decide if you want to get a woman or not. There ain't no hurry. Women ain't going nowhere. They turn 18 every freaking day. It is what it is. Yeah, a lot of them are getting chewed up and spit out. But hey, man, fresh 18-year-olds every day, man. It is what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I agree wholeheartedly with Doc. All men are incels. Yep. But that's it, man. That's all I got. I am out. Latest.